What's up, big boys? David Rodriguez here, and today we're going to be going over the comparison between specific and non-specific training. It's kind of interesting. I put a small post on my Instagram to see what people thought was better, and the overwhelming majority was specific training. And I should have rephrased the question a little bit better. Oh, well, that doesn't work anymore. Because it's not which one is better. The real question becomes when is it best to use which training system when it comes to your sport. Now, if obviously you want to get better at your sport, specific training, right? Because when it comes to a sport is a very, I guess this is my own definition of a sport, is a very highly, I guess you could say, focused group of movement patterns that I guess exist within a game. Well, fuck, I don't know how else to describe it, but it's like the movement patterns are very focused, they're very deliberate. There's that's the big word that I care about the most, is focused. They're not so wide or so nebulous that you have infinite possibilities as you would if you played like a game of Magic or you've played a game of chess. And so when it comes to non-specific training, when is non-specific training better? Well, non-specific training is better for off-season training. So just about every single sport that I can think of has some sort of off-season into it. Now, maybe not really, kind of not really, tricking and MMA, and there's probably more sports that I'm not aware of. They kind of don't really have off seasons. Just because of the very nature. There's literally gatherings every single month. There are fights for MMA just about every single month. There's no in season for these two sports. But what we can do, much like fighters, is that we can have our own little mini off seasons to choose when we're going to take a step back from the sport and focus on, well, I need to develop either my power, my strength, I need to develop my mobility, or I need to develop my aerobic system. It all depends. Much like fighters, when they see a fighter, if maybe this opponent is stronger than them, they're like, hey, I might want to beef up just a little bit. Just not so much that I can't move, but just a little bit so I got some mass on me. It'll be harder for them to move and I'll feel a little bit stronger. Or maybe it's a dude who likes to go to rounds. He just goes a distance. It's like, all right, well, I gotta work on my cardio. Just worst case scenario, if this guy's gonna try and make me last rounds, I gotta try and beat him in the rounds. So on and so forth. You could say that for every single energy system, every single thing, right? So non-specific is best for off-season. Specific training is best for developing the sport, and obviously in-season. So you can consider gatherings are in-season training or in-season events. And as the sport continues to get more and more popular, we already have Shapes Live. Shapes Live is starting to do things. We've had Unleashed trying to do things. We have Adrenaline trying to do things. So as the sport continues to become, again, more and more popular, we'll start to see, hopefully, a shift towards where we almost kind of have an in-season for the sport. The trash people came to get me, but I hid from them just in time. And I had a breakthrough that I recorded 7 minutes of video, and I freaking can't believe I didn't think about this just now. But point is that when it comes, again, right, back to our analogy, when should we use this? The thing is that for off season, right, it's going to be very for injuries too, right? So not just off season, but we also got injuries. Because typically what happens is that the sport is what caused the injury in the first place, or at least the repeated actions of the sport has caused like a small little tear that really didn't manifest itself until either you tried something super crazy in your sport, or maybe you're going a little bit too hard in the gym and then you kind of like, man, finally it like just gives out and it tweaks and it's like, ah, nope, that's not how that works. And of course you want to blame it on the non-specific because that's where the injury happened. But anyways, so injuries, as much as we would like tricking to kind of cure everything, and as much as it cures our depression and our sad boy hours, it's probably not the best thing for our injuries. Sports, or like our specific training, is just going to be so focused, right? We're going to be focusing on specific movement patterns that make us better at what we're doing. So we are more focused on performance, and there's another word for it. Performance, and I guess you could say boundary pushing or athleticism, question mark. Athleticism probably belongs in both, but either way, athleticism. While non-specific training, especially if you don't take non-specific modes of training and make them competitive, are focused more on longevity and health. And I kind of discussed that in my 2 videos before, so check those out if you haven't seen them, so you can actually know why I'm making these comparisons. Is again, right? Recap. Performance, athleticism, sports. We're always trying to push the boundaries. How far can we go in the sport? Can we add another twist? Can we do another variation? Can we grab our legs 3 times in the air and then throw a kick at the end of it? Whereas our non-specific, again, right? We're looking to build, develop. We're trying to make ourselves stronger so we can handle the demands of our sport. So we build, right? We build ourselves up to be able to handle what it is that we're doing over here. And so, excuse me. So again, right, the answer to the question of which is better isn't a question of which, or it's not a question of which or which one. It is when are we using the different training methods at what time. Time is of the essence, right? So our in-season training, we're definitely going to be focused more on sport performance. We're going to be looking at trying to make ourselves better than we were the year before, or a couple months before, or from the last time we went to our gathering. Our non-specific training is, as I said earlier, we're going to have to take a back seat and really focus on developing our bodies first and our strength and whatever it is that we want to focus on, so we can handle what it is that we're doing over here. I hope this wasn't a huge recap of what I talked about in the last 2 videos, but if it was, oh well. I hope y'all learned something, and I hope I kind of changed your mind just a little bit to think about things not so black and white, but as in terms of like a toolbox that we can use at any point in time of our life. So my name again, David Rodriguez. Stop tricking. Like, subscribe, follow. Instagram, same thing. Stomped period tricking. And I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you'll have a good day.